Before we begin, if this message resonates with you, if Stoic wisdom brings value to your life, take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps spread insight in a noisy world. Let's bring ancient clarity back into the modern mind. Imagine a method practiced by emperors, philosophers, and warriors alike that has silenced fear, tamed worry, and brought serenity to chaos for over 2,000 years. No gimmicks, no pills, just pure discipline of the mind. This isn't self-help hype. This is Stoicism, and its strategy for defeating anxiety still works, even in 2025. Chapter 1. Anxiety is not new, 2 to 10. In our hyper-connected world, anxiety is treated as a modern condition. But listen to Seneca. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. 2,000 years ago, anxiety had different masks: war, exile, plague, but it was still anxiety. The Stoics didn't have smartphones, but they had the same psychological warfare. The key difference? They were trained to respond, not react. Let's step into the sandals of Marcus Aurelius. Every morning he reminded himself, you will meet people who are meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, deceitful, envious. Why? To disarm the emotional impact before it happened. This is premeditation malorum, premeditation of adversity, a Stoic technique to mentally rehearse hardship, not to suffer more, but to suffer less. They believed preparation equals peace. Not because life is easy, but because life is predictable in its unpredictability. Chapter 2. The power of perception. It's not things that disturb us, but our opinions about them. Epictetus. This quote isn't just poetry, it's a formula. When you feel anxious, you are not being attacked by the world. You are being attacked by your judgment of it. Imagine this: two people lose their jobs. One crumbles, the other rebuilds. The difference? Perception. The Stoics built an inner citadel. They learned to pause before labeling events as bad or good. They asked, is this in my control? If no, they released it. If yes, they responded with reason. This subtle shift is the heart of the Stoic anxiety cure. Master your perception, and you master your peace. Chapter 3. The discipline of control. Control what you can, release what you can't. Sounds simple. It isn't, but it is liberating. The Stoics taught dichotomy of control. My thoughts, mine. My choices, mine. The economy, not mine. Other people's opinions, not mine. When you try to control the uncontrollable, you suffer. When you align with what is in your power, clarity emerges. Seneca wrote, he suffers more than necessary who suffers before it is necessary. You worry about a future you don't control as if you do. Replace worry with preparation. Replace overthinking with action. Replace fear with philosophy. Chapter 4. Negative visualization. Here's a method ancient Stoics use daily. Visualize the worst-case scenario, calmly, rationally, fully. Why? Because what we fear most is often the unknown. Marcus Aurelius would imagine the death of loved ones, exile, betrayal, not to depress himself, but to free himself. This isn't pessimism, it's armor. When you see the worst and accept it in your mind, reality rarely hits harder. And if the worst happens, you've already rehearsed your calm. Practice this. Take 5 minutes. Imagine losing something or someone. Not emotionally, rationally. Ask yourself, what would I do next? You'll feel your fears shrink. This is the freedom that comes from facing fate. Chapter 5. Amor Fati. Love of fate. A blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything that is thrown into it. Marcus Aurelius. Anxiety hates acceptance. It feeds on resistance, dread, the mental argument of this shouldn't be happening. Stoics don't just accept fate, they embrace it. Amor Fati equals love your fate. Everything, the good, the tragic, the boring, is fuel for your growth. That traffic jam, patience training. That breakup, character development. That failure, blueprint for wisdom. If life throws it at you, the Stoic asks, how can I use this? Amor Fati transforms anxiety into strategy. Instead of fearing the storm, you become the storm. Chapter 6. Rituals of stillness. Stoics practice stillness like warriors trained with swords. Marcus journaled nightly, a practice of emotional inventory. You can too. Ask yourself, what triggered me today? What did I control? What can I let go of? Stillness is built, not given. Morning silence, evening reflection, midday awareness. Even 5 minutes of Stoic journaling can reshape your mental battlefield. Bonus, turn off your phone, not forever, just long enough to hear yourself think. Anxiety is not your enemy. It's a messenger calling you to return to what you can control. The Stoics weren't emotionless. They were emotionally trained. They feared, doubted, and struggled, just like us. But they had a compass, reason, virtue, practice. And so can you. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius, scribe. If this brought you clarity, if it calmed even one corner of your mind, like, share, subscribe. Let's spread Stoic strength to more people in this anxious age. And in the comments, share. What anxiety are you working through? Let's build a community where ancient wisdom meets modern minds.